The television world is mourning the loss of Demond Wilson, a man whose life journey went far beyond the screen. Best known for his unforgettable role as Lamont Sanford on the classic sitcom Sanford and Son, Wilson's passing at the age of 79 has led to an outpouring of tributes from fans, fellow actors, church leaders, and veterans across the country. As preparations begin to honor his life, people are reflecting not only on his career in entertainment but on the discipline, faith, and service that defined him when the cameras were no longer rolling. Demond Wilson passed away on Friday morning at his home in Palm Springs, California. His death was confirmed by his son, Demond Wilson Jr., who stated that his father died peacefully due to complications related to cancer. While the family chose not to disclose the specific type of cancer, they made it clear that there were no suspicious circumstances surrounding his passing. In a brief but heartfelt statement, his son said, "I loved him. He was a great man." Those simple words quickly spread across media platforms and seemed to capture the core of how many people are remembering Wilson, not just as a television star, but as a father, veteran, minister, author, and man of deep conviction. As news of his passing spread, tributes poured in from across generations. Social media filled with classic clips from Sanford and Son. Viewers shared memories of sitting with parents and grandparents, laughing at Lamont's reactions to Fred Sanford's dramatic outbursts. Many described how the show became a weekly ritual in their homes. For some, Lamont Sanford felt like a familiar family member, someone they grew up with. Yet alongside the nostalgia, there was also admiration for the path Wilson chose later in life, when he stepped away from Hollywood's spotlight to follow a calling rooted in faith. Before he became a television icon, Wilson served his country in the United States Army during the Vietnam War. He was assigned to the 4th Infantry Division and saw active combat. During his service, he was wounded and later decorated for his bravery. Those who knew him personally often said that his military experience left a lasting imprint on his character. It strengthened his resilience. It deepened his understanding of sacrifice. It built discipline and responsibility that remained evident throughout his life. That period shaped his outlook not only as an actor but as a man committed to accountability and purpose. After returning home from Vietnam, Wilson pursued acting with determination. The early years were not easy. Like many aspiring actors, he faced rejection and uncertainty. But in 1972, his life changed when he was cast as Lamont Sanford on Sanford and Son. The NBC sitcom quickly became one of the most successful and influential comedies of the decade. Wilson starred opposite legendary comedian Redd Foxx, who portrayed Fred Sanford. Their on-screen chemistry created one of television's most memorable father-son relationships. While Fred Sanford was loud, stubborn, and constantly scheming, Lamont provided balance. Wilson portrayed him as thoughtful, responsible, and often exasperated by his father's antics. That contrast fueled much of the show's humor. But beyond comedy, it also highlighted themes of family loyalty, generational differences, and personal responsibility. Wilson's performance grounded the show. He delivered humor with subtlety, ensuring that Lamont felt authentic rather than exaggerated. It was this balance that helped make Sanford and Son a lasting cultural staple. The show ran from 1972 to 1977 and left a permanent mark on American television. Decades later, Sanford and Son continues to air in syndication and on streaming platforms. New viewers discover it every year, while longtime fans revisit episodes that still feel fresh. Lamont Sanford remains one of the defining characters of Wilson's career, and it solidified his place in television history. Following Sanford and Son, Wilson continued acting in projects such as Baby I'm Back and The New Odd Couple. While those series did not achieve the same lasting success, they demonstrated his range and versatility. He proved he could carry a show and adapt to different comedic styles. However, even as his acting career continued, a deeper calling was pulling him in another direction. As a child, Wilson had survived a ruptured appendix that nearly took his life. During that frightening experience, he made a personal vow that if he survived, he would dedicate his life to serving God. Years later, that promise resurfaced with clarity. In 1984, Wilson became an ordained minister. It marked a significant shift in priorities. While he never denied his acting past, he chose to focus more heavily on faith and service. His decision surprised many in the entertainment industry. At a time when he could have continued chasing roles and expanding his Hollywood career, Wilson stepped back. He believed that real success was measured not by fame but by impact. He began traveling, preaching, and mentoring individuals who needed direction. He treated ministry not as a hobby but as a responsibility. One of his most meaningful contributions was the founding of Restoration House. This organization provided vocational training, spiritual guidance, and structured support for former inmates re-entering society. Wilson understood that life after incarceration could be overwhelming. He believed in second chances and redemption. Through Restoration House, he offered individuals tools to rebuild their lives with dignity and accountability. Those who worked alongside him describe him as disciplined, direct, and deeply committed. He expected responsibility from others because he lived by it himself. In addition to ministry, Wilson turned to writing as another outlet for reflection. His 2009 memoir, Second Banana, bittersweet memoir of the Sanford and Son years, provided an honest look at his experiences in Hollywood. In the book, he spoke candidly about working with Red Fox, navigating fame, and confronting professional challenges. Rather than focusing only on success, he discussed growth, disappointment, and lessons learned. Readers appreciated the transparency. It revealed a man unafraid to reflect on both triumph and hardship. As funeral arrangements move forward, the family is preparing a service that will reflect the full scope of Wilson's life. Those close to him say the ceremony will honor his faith, military service, acting career, and community work. Military honors acknowledging his Vietnam service are expected to be part of the program. Church leaders may speak about his ministry, while family members share personal memories. The goal is to present a complete picture: soldier, actor, minister, writer, and father. Friends often describe Wilson as serious but warm, structured yet compassionate, disciplined yet capable of humor. While millions recognized him as Lamont Sanford, those closest to him knew a man who valued faith and integrity above applause. Demond Wilson's passing represents the end of a life defined by reinvention. Few individuals successfully transition from decorated soldier to television star, from Hollywood celebrity to ordained minister, and from public figure to community servant. Wilson did so without bitterness or regret. He chose purpose over comfort and faith over fame. He leaves behind a legacy that spans generations. His work on Sanford and Son continues to entertain audiences worldwide. His ministry helped countless individuals find direction after incarceration. His books offered insight into resilience and personal growth, and his family remembers him as a devoted father and man of principle. As of now, the official funeral date has not yet been announced. The family is still finalizing arrangements. As soon as the funeral date is confirmed, we will share the update and provide details about how his life will be formally honored. For now, the world says goodbye to Demond Wilson with gratitude. Gratitude for the laughter he delivered on screen. Gratitude for the courage he showed in war. Gratitude for the faith he lived in ministry. And gratitude for a life that proved true legacy is built not only by what you accomplish in public, but by the principles you uphold in private.